Welcome to another episode of Tough Talk. You know what I mean? You here with your man Big.Snoop. I told you, you never know when you tune in. You never know what you're going to find, man. You know, today, I've been staying in due to this corona stuff. You know, it's really serious. And I want y'all to take it serious because it seems like the black community are not taking it serious. I have friends that passed on from this virus. Please take it serious. You know what I mean? Today, you know, I'm going to get interviewed, you know, by, you know, my producer. He going to stay off the, you know, camera. You know what I mean? I don't know if I want to say his name or not. You know what I mean? But y'all know who he is. You know, my guy. But, you know, we're going to have a conversation, you know, right here. I just wanted to bring y'all something and let y'all know that I'm being safe and I'm taking it serious. And I hope that I can motivate y'all to take it serious, too. Mm-hmm. So, what's up, bro? Welcome to my home, little humble abode.
It's nice, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nice,
hope we, you know, we show the people, you know what I mean, how well kept it is. And, you know what I'm saying? Just get ready.
You gotta live nice, man, you know?
Right.
You gotta come to a comfortable place, man. Right. It's been a lot of years of discomfort, you know?
No, of course. I know that for a fact, so I'm glad. The juice that your wife makes is amazing, so.
Oh, beautiful,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm glad, you know, treat the guests good, man.
Yeah, man, but I came out here because I wanted to, you know, obviously we share something in common that relates to the show and what type of content that people get and, you know, how the content is presented. But I kind of like wanted to get transparent and kind of like show the people how we come up with some of the concepts of who we may be talking about coming on or what a topic should be about and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think, you know, if we can kind of like show them, like, you know, some of the process of us, like we was talking about earlier, you know, some of the moves that we want to make for different projects we might have and stuff like that. So I think that, you know, you having that discussion with me and
we talked about a lot though. So
right.
Me and you talking about, you know, the many facets that we done spoke about this morning.
Right.
You know, I need to know which one in particular.
Well,
you're talking about the mentor program.
It's your show, so which one would you like to highlight? Exactly.
Or you're talking about the stuff that we want to do with Cast Media,
right?
The studio.
I mean, obviously, Cast Media is the biggest situation, but I think the most important one is the mentor program. You know what I mean? That's an amazing topic, bro. I mean, I just wouldn't know how to formulate something like that. I mean, that's your lane. You know what I'm saying? So it would be easy for me to facilitate it, but not formulate it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but that's something that, you know, we can definitely talk about at another time.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not this conversation that we had. You know, it's something that we can bring to fruition.
Right.
You know, we ain't men sharpen men.
Right.
You know what I mean? So who the best men to do it, man? We the best men to do it, especially dealing with the population that we're talking about targeting.
Right.
You know what I mean? Those returning citizens that need some help in that transition.
That's important too, to let people know that
and the young black men
too. I think that's important.
Oh, iTunes, yeah. Check me on iTunes, Spotify, Anchor FM.
Right.
iTunes, you said iTunes? You said that
iTunes,
first?
Yeah,
man, we out there, man. We putting the content out there. We want to really get it to the prison population too. You know, but in the series of questions that you just formulated, because it was about like 10 questions in one, you know, you glazed over something and you spoke about something that we actually doing. And we was talking about, you know, dealing with those not just the returning citizen population, but those young boys.
Right.
Those young boys and those young girls. You know, we really wanted to have them be a target as well. You know, because we want them, because they got a voice. You know what I mean? And they need those models. They need to see people that's living real life in life on life terms.
Right.
You know, overcoming challenges.
I think it's going to be a few new challenges with the corona, obviously. So, you know what I mean? You know, as far as getting people
slowing us up.
Like we were doing that show, we were going to really do we were really going to grasp those kids with that show, and that would have kind of like gave them something.
Yeah, Talking with the Teens. Where can they watch that Talking with the Teens show?
They can see that on Liddy City.
Check out Liddy City on YouTube, man. Talking with the Teens.
Movie, yeah. And you can see the movie too. But yeah, talking with teens. That
But
was
also,
gonna be,
you were speaking about like how the show was, how we picked the people that came on the show. That was one of the things you said too.
right. Yeah.
You know, but I wanted to say something on that because we kind of wanted to bring people that's living life on life terms, you know, and we chose people based on that. Like I bought them my man Dog. Shout out to my man Mujahid, the first one come on Tufftalk. And I want to say something too, man. My producer don't like me saying this, so I stopped, got away from it. But I want y'all to understand this: the 20th topic, the 20th episode, below the Big Snoop. That's epic. That's my 20th episode that you watching right now.
Right.
Come on, man. How we carrying it? You know what I mean? But going back, you know, my man Mujahid came on, and he a person that's in between.
Right.
You know, he's making good choices and bad choices. And he's stuck in between, right? And I brought him on, but then I brought some other brothers on that's not stuck, that know where they want to go, that's, you know, starting businesses, that's giving other people jobs, you know, giving other people opportunities, you know, and we just wanted to show that diversity. And then, like, you helped me, you got on Geo, Sister Geo, you know what I mean, for the Candid Monarchs. So we showed something different. You know, that was the empower. The conversation we had talks to the whole black community, male and female. That inspiration that was given. You know, we brought on Steve Gotzler. You know, my man Steve Gotzler. Shout out to Steve Gotzler, an attorney that did 21 years in the penitentiary, his last bit, and did many before that. Rock star, music boy, turned attorney, law attorney. We brought him on the show. And that's giving people, letting them know that we can do whatever you put your mind to. Whatever you choose to do, you can do it.
Right.
I mean, that's the type of content that we producing. You know, we brought on the rappers, we brought on Wallow 267, you know, Tiffy Bay. I mean, Lil Kwasim, the author,
which one you think was
Gungeon.
Which one did you kind of like feel was the most impactful for you?
The most impactful show for me thus far?
Yeah.
The most impactful show for me. Now, I have a show that got a lot of attention, right? And that's the show with Lil Marley.
Got a lot of
attention.
Okay.
A lot of people was in my DM, they was in my phone texting me, talking about Lil Marley. You know, and some people want to help him out, you know, so. But the one that actually touched me, that I can say thus far, was Musain. His story.
And his joint buried a little bit.
His joint buried because I guess people don't know him, but I don't know. But that's Brandy Norwood killed his mother in a car accident. I mean, that trauma. I mean, just putting that on camera and talking about it, man, it really touched me. Like, I was like, wow. You know what I mean? It's just the trauma that he been through. You know what I mean? That was the deepest one that touched me. But my shows, I could say all of them together, man, because everybody bought it. Everybody bought that vulnerability. Everybody bought that they wasn't afraid. You know, they wanted to bring some hope. They want to see some change, and they bought that. So I really couldn't take one of the shows and say this one. I mean, if you want to talk about, you know, people have been complaining in the beginning about our mics and all that, but you know, progression.
Definitely.
I mean, we progress.
And I still drop the ball a little bit, but it's only me though. I mean, a lot of people don't know. It's just me.
That's why it's pilot episodes. We building content and bringing the message. Don't always look at that. Look at the message. Listen to the message that's being given and receive it. If it don't apply, let it fly. You know, and I know a lot of people can relate to the stuff that we put out there, bro. And that's why I think the show is important for Black America. You know, all of America. For real, because we all suffering the same
I think
stuff
that's my
sometimes.
hopes. That's my hopes that we kind of get into the homes, like, you know what I mean? Not, you know how the people watch, like, you know, Dr. Phil and all that. I want us to kind of like be into the homes of the people that know, that had the same similar struggle. That's what I kind of like, you know what I mean? Because and for real, Dr. Phil and all those guys, they don't talk to us. The stuff that they have on really don't talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't really relate to it as it relates to our demographic of people. I think, you know, what I mean, that's kind of, excuse my phone. It kind of just messes with me.
I think what you said. So you hoping that our show can be that, you know what I mean? Tough Talk can be that smooth sound. Tough Talk can be going across the screen and people tuning in at a certain time
just the
on national TV.
Just the impact,
right?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, even if it's not on national TV, but people know about it enough just to take a look at it and see what young Black America is talking about. You know what I'm saying? And in its core, not the surface stuff that everybody else twinkle along the outlines. But you know what I mean? We grounded. You know what I'm saying? You know, the grind part. Like, you know, like this really, I mean, we really some niggas from, you know what I'm saying, that came from and putting the effort out to make some tough decisions and
live some tough consequences.
Exactly, and making some right decisions now, not making
and taking some tough times and making things right.
Yeah, one of my cool things that when I do hear you talking, I film, and even if I'm recording or editing or something, and you talk about how people will be like, I made a mistake. I'd be like, you know what I mean? I'd be like, I can't wait for you to give it to them because, you know, it's really a poor decision. And I mean, I can't wait to you. I always listen for you to tell somebody that, you know what I mean? Because people a lot of times do try to...
I probably let one person slide and I forgot who it was. I don't know who you were, but I let you slide.
Yeah,
I mean, because when you say that you made a poor decision, you really embrace it better.
Right.
A mistake is me knocking over my iced tea. I didn't mean that.
Right.
But putting a Glock 40 on your waist and going out the door to do something dumb, that's not a mistake, man.
Right.
Picking up a drug, cooking it, whatever you doing with it. It's not a mistake. That's a poor decision, bro. Right. That lands you in prison, like on this screen.
That's one thing that I hope to kind of like be impactful to our communities, to taking that responsibility. You know what I'm saying? I learned kind of like that. Me developing, like, taking responsibility is really something that you know, it takes away so much.
And the redemption, man.
It takes away so much heartache when you begin to take responsibility from the person and from yourself. So I really admire that when you do that.
I really understood the man when he told me that in the parole hearing. You remember I said in the parole hearing he told me that.
Right.
I mean, that was definitely something that was real, man. You know, being able to take responsibility for your actions. Right. And that's basically that we try to give to these youngins out here. Be responsible in your position. Be responsible as a child. And the parents, they love us for that, man. They love the fact that there's men out here. That's why we got to get it on a broader scale. That's why I want to talk about it. We need to get this on a broader scale. You know, men that think alike, that's out here doing the things in community, come together, man, and be a better model, man.
I'm excited about making some movies
real
with
model.
Some kids. Like, you know, actually taking the kids and making the whole project with the kids. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that part, too, that part is what I think you probably wanted to shine some light on, because we was actually talking about having the kids come to the studio and learn how to shoot a movie, edit the movie, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Actually, that's a hell of a mentoring process, you know, teaching them that stuff, because that's transferable skills.
It is.
I mean, they go into another industry with that, man. I mean, that's definitely something that we want to bring to the community, man. You know, and I know my man, he got the time, and we willing to deal with other people, right? You know, other people that work that camera. You know, there's a lot of us out here, man. We need to come together, put our egos to the side, and come together, man, and let's accomplish this goal. If you want to put this content out here, this content telling our story, come on. To be effective and bring about some change, though, Ring.
Right.
I mean, because we definitely got to focus on that too, not just any old thing.
Yeah,
we're gonna have some things out there, man, but not any old thing.
Right.
I mean,
so and because of how we talked about the model, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like you remember I talked about the BET model, saying like, okay, bro, let's see if we can kind of like recreate that BET model. Although, you know what I mean, it's different as it relates to the acts. you know, because they had Donnie Simpson as a video disc jockey.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of like are playing that role, but talking in an arena that's
relating to the people.
That's relating to the people. So people during that time was like the videos were such a popular thing to kind of like draw to or attract to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the people ran to Donnie Simpson. But now what's happening is content and communication is something that draws the people.
Yeah.
And that's my hope for it to kind of even to make it coagulate together in that sense. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, when we go on that number, people see the vision, man. They see it, bro.
right.
And we actually are emulating what we see. It's art. We just art emulating other art, and we bringing it to like the streets. Like if you know the camera behind me can see the TV. We was in the streets in Point Breeze. You know what I mean? South Philadelphia, having a conversation.
They see it,
You know what I mean? Out there in the streets, man.
And I think we can go anywhere with it. Like,
yeah, we can go anywhere. We come to a city near you.
Right.
You know
I think
what I mean?
that
and that's what's going to create that vibe to be that person that you're talking about in our community, to be that voice. That hopefully Tufftalk can be that voice in our community that people tune in. Like they tune in to Steve Harvey. See what Steve Harvey talking about? Well, I read the same books too.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we talk about the same stuff.
Exactly.
Let's get it.
But on a
I'm a
scale
person
where
like you.
Exactly, like
that
you.
gives you hope.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's some people that's hopeless, bro. Don't see how they can do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you're more attainable. You're more touchable. You're right there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for them to see Steve Harvey, which is cool. But like it doesn't seem like you can grab it. You understand what I'm saying? But with you, you know what I'm saying? You know, a person can reach out to you really, really easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you mentioned, like you talk to tons of people consistently. You're always on Zoom meetings. You always, you know what I mean, giving your perspective about how you feel change should be made. And that's what I kind of like want projected in some other shows and some newer shows. Like I want you to be able to project the change that you know that you're asked to make in these circles. You follow me? Why do people want you involved in these circles? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? What makes you have that quality? So I kind of like want that projected a little bit more. But obviously, you know,
I think they kind of see why. If they've been tuning into all 19 episodes, you know what I mean? They would see that, you know what I mean, what qualifies me to come out there and be in my community active and dealing with the people. You know what I mean? They can see it. They see it. I put the work in. My red bottoms on the ground. I always say that. I mean, they're comfortable. He going to have to pay me for that one day. He put his commercial in there, Christian. Holla at me.
Right. No, that's cool, bro. I feel like, I mean, when I first came to you to kind of like do the show, I felt like you had something to say. You know what I mean? Even because I did a couple projects prior, you know what I'm saying? When I that's what really kind of like made me say, damn, well, just ask him, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, because I did the little documentary for y'all organization, and I don't think even a lot of people seen that joint. That joint pretty nice too.
The documentary, we didn't actually put the documentary out there like that. Everybody see that.
Right.
That was actually for a particular group of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you actually put out the Day of Accountability.
Right. Yeah, that was kind of cool. I mean,
that was cool.
That wasn't. Yeah, but that was pretty much you recognizing me for what I did, and I was happy about that. I was like, damn, that was good. Look,
I had to support you, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I ain't gonna look past you.
So those two things kind of already put me in a sense like, yeah, well, maybe, you know what I'm saying, it's something that he and I can, you know what I'm saying, can kind of do that impact some people. So
that was the beautiful thing, man, that you gave me the opportunity, man, for the talk show. You know, because you know that you felt as though I was the person for that. You know, a lot of people, they tell me now, like, you know, that's what you was meant to do, big fella. You know what I mean? Do that thing. You know what I mean? But, you know, I just want to connect with the people, man. I want to bring about some change, man. That's all. I'm a change agent, man. I'm a social activist, man. Whatever you want to call me. You know what I mean? I'm in service to the people. I mean, I want to make the people's lives better because I want to leave behind a better legacy, and that's paying my debt to society, bro.
Right.
I mean, I've
done wrong.
Because listen, because I talk about that because, a politician that came to Dallas, SCI Dallas, where I was at, and he was speaking to the men in the prison. It was about 100 of us in there, 100, 200. And he said to us, he said, man, y'all not paying no debt to society while in prison. Mm-hmm. Your debt start when you come home. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like internalized that joke, and I went to my cell that night like, damn, he absolutely right. I look around, I got a flat screen, big ass bag of tunas and mackerels, and I mean, I'm living jailhouse rich like. And I'm like, all the stuff I've done out there, Krispy Kremes coming on deck. I got the Krispy Kremes every cell. I said, man, that's not paying my debt. Yeah, right, so I already knew when I go out here, I got to be so impactful that I'm going to feel as though this is my debt to y'all. And that's what I've been doing, man. I've been running off that energy, man, because paying my debt started when I walked out that door. And I ain't never stopped yet. And it's been okay for me because my life has changed and like, in so many ways. You know what I mean?
I don't get it. No, but this is it's always good. Like I said, I wanted to kind of just let the people see how transparent we are with what our intent is. You know what I'm saying? I think that's important. That way people don't think we shucking and jiving. We just want, some views or something like that. But it's to let the people know that when you are trying to reach them, you're reaching them with some good, solid information. And then, maybe I can get better by, leaving ways that they can contact you or contact, have a contact information so that they can.
Maybe we can put an email or something at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. So,
they can email if they want to come on the show. Or,
right.
Like we said, we come to y'all. Like
or even
artists,
take our show topics.
You know what I mean? Yeah, show topics. You want us to talk about something.
Anybody that like to see you on the show?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? You want us to, whatever. We here. We in service to the people, man. This is your voice. This is your platform. You know what I mean? Created by us. So you can come on there, we can have this conversation, Ram. I feel you on that one, bro.
Yeah, cool.
We're going to go to commercial break right now.
Yeah.
Until then.
Yep.
Welcome back to my 20th episode of Tough Talk. Don't be mad at me. My producer I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But I want to talk to y'all. I thank y'all for listening, to, me and my producer, man. We just decided to sit down and have a conversation. The conversation about, our company, Cast Media. Shout out to all the supporters that supporting Cast Media. And, we need more supporters. You want to come on board. Not on board, but we have services that we can provide with now, to rappers and entertainers and playwriters for screenplays and all that, pod shows, talk shows, whatever you want to do with the spaces available. We're going to start getting down the bottom of the screen too. 500 East Edgemont Ave, Chester, PA. Cast Media. But we talked about a mentoring program that that can be brought to fruition, teaching kids, this craft, the cameras, man, creating the media, creating their own content, giving them something that they can, create their own business and make their own money, don't have to work for people, be entrepreneurs. So that's one of the things that we've discussed, for the future, but we want to touch on all topics, man, for our community, for people to come in and just listen, to tune in when you hear something coming from Cast Media, because we're looking to cover all the platforms, all the media platforms, get it out there to our people. Health and wellness, we need to talk about that. Healthy eating, exercising, important shows like this, important shows like Tufftalk, shows that talk directly to a lot of the viewers, bringing people in there that look like you. And my partner, we was talking, the producer, he was talking about how he set the bar by equating me to Dr. Phil and, Steve Harvey, man. Shout out to the boys, man. They do what they do. But I think, I don't want anybody to become upset that he did that. But the thing is, being the person that comes from the background of a lot of the viewers, I think that I connect with them. Going back into my community, giving back, giving them a day to party, giving them a day to come eat, really out there in the community. And people really know my name, so, and showing them my transition, showing them how I evolved, from being in the streets and coming into different industries and breaking barriers out here, it's just amazing. And that's what needs to be seen. And that's what Tough Talk is all about. Giving you your platform. You can come on here and give them what you've been through. You want to talk about something? I know people out there that want to come talk to people, give people their perspective. Come on the show. You're welcome. We'll book you. The information is going to be at the bottom of the screen. But I really want y'all, man, to take this important stuff that's going on out here. Y'all be aware that virus is out there, man. Y'all gotta stay safe, man. Y'all gotta stay home, man. If you don't need to be out there, don't come out there. If you don't, it gotta be a necessity to get you out there. Stay home, man. Because this thing is getting worse. It's not getting no better. I don't see it getting no better. I'm watching. They want to open the cities back up and all that, but how? Well, you still got people dying every day. So stay home, man. Pay attention. Not everything going across those TVs is a lie. And keep tuning in to more Tough Talk, hearing that real content, the stuff that you never heard. Thanks for tuning in, Tough Talk. Well, listen, let me give you one jewel. Proper planning prevents poor preparation. Signing out.